Modi government will talk with Pakistan. Now, Modi government should sincerely have a dialogue, a continuous dialogue, what is called strategic communication at the highest levels with China, and they should be regular. Not happening something like what was agreed earlier by Modi and Xi, that every year we will have an informal summit between us, which never really went past the second summit. That is required, and at the highest level, there should be interactions. This is called strategic communications. You build trust. Trust, when it is broken, does not get built in a day, and trust is important. So, that again, the Modi government will not do, because the Modi government has invested a lot in the American strategy over the last 4 years, especially after Galwan. Galwan happened on the 15th of June 2020. After that, they went whole hog, signing all the agreements that the Americans wanted them to sign, uh, with the result that today the Foreign Secretary of India, Foreign Minister of India says, Jay Shankar, that our policy that we started at the beginning of the this government 10 years ago, which was called the Act East policy, it has been vindicated by the Indo-Pacific strategy. What is Indo-Pacific strategy? It is the strategy of the Americans. It was the Trump administration when they were in power in May of 2018. This region, our region, used to be called Asia Pacific region. They specifically renamed it to now
Mm-hmm.
call it Indo-Pacific. And even their Pacific Command, which is there in Hawaii, is now called US Indo-Pacific Command. Why? To give centrality to India. And India today is quite happy in the role that the Americans have given. What matters is your neighborhood. You have to, and
Yes.
especially now here are two factors. First factor is neighborhood matters. Second factor, which is as powerful as the neighborhood factor, and that is that the global geopolitics with the rise of China has come to your neighborhood. Make use of that opportunity. See, as far as trust is concerned, even they don't trust Modi India. So that is not the point. When I say trust, what I actually mean is understand your national interest. Understand the fact that when the Prime Minister says that out of 140 crore people in India, I am giving free rations to 80 crore, that means 800 million people of India cannot afford even 2 meals a day. They are living on doles of the government. We are such a poor nation. Please understand. Once we understand this part, then it should become very clear, where does our national interest lie? Our national
Mm-hmm.
interest lies in looking at China, in looking at, you see, in looking lessons from China. I mean, after all, we've not had normal relations for the last 4 years, but the trade, bilateral trade, has ballooned to the extent today the annual bilateral trade between India and China is $116 billion, and $100 billion is in favor of China. You see? So when you look at all these things, it is your national interest. Everything starts with national interest, and then trust is built. So the basis is, okay, basis is not trust, even they don't trust you. So the basis is national interest. What is served better? That our prime minister should be seen in the company of the G7 nations, in the company of the American president, or we should have a foreign policy that helps our 80 crore poor people. I mean, this is a trade-off. This is something the government has to decide what it wants. Simple. What I'm saying is that I didn't say that India cannot hold on Jammu and Kashmir militarily, because I do not expect a war. Expecting a war because I understand Chinese have an agenda of peace and development, and they've been able to convince the Pakistan. Militarily, there is no way that India can win a war with Pakistan today. My point, and I'm happy to discuss this with any military man. It is not possible because of what we have done to ourselves, created problems for ourselves because of 5th August 2019. Nobody thought of these implications, and nobody is acknowledging these implications today. That is what I'm saying.